We are back for part two, Pacific Shores. When we left off, we had taken care of a lot of the infrastructure. So last time we were here, we had taken care of electricity. So we had gone from wind power to now an oil power plant. We upgraded our water as well as our sewage. We had added on to City Hall. Garbage. We've got an incinerator, several garbage trucks. We've got multiple fire trucks, 2 clinics, police station, and we've added some additional jail capacity. We had left off, we added on 2 grade schools, and we've got shuttle. And the shuttle is transportation within the city. For transportation outside of the city, the bus terminal, that's the Department of Transportation. We'll be working on that soon. Got 3 abandoned, and like I said, you always like to see why they're abandoned. Okay, ship freight. So we'll need to keep an eye on that. Not enough places to ship freight. That is full. So we may do another trade depot. We'll see. 81% approval rating. So the approval rating is going up. We've got money. Right before we signed off, we took out some bonds. Population. I've got available jobs. So 2 o'clock in the morning, sun should be coming up in a few hours. And one of the things that I really want to focus on is getting this education. And once I get that, I want to get some community colleges. And that will be a big part of the foundation of the city. And then what we want to do is then we want to work on our specialization, which is going to be oil. And I've got a large area here. Now, not all of this is going to be for oil, but some of it. And that's just a good way to augment. And keep in mind, the wind is blowing this way. So my oil is going to occupy this area, and the wind is going to blow it that way. But like I said before, it's everything's looking good. You just don't want to grow too fast and kind of start an avalanche of issues. Sun's coming up. Let's see density. Ah, nice. So now the last time we checked the density, if you'll remember, this was a lot of brown. Now it's all shades of green. And what that means is as you up the density of the roads, the density of the buildings starts to go from single family to multifamily. And that's how your city really starts to grow. kind of thinking that this right side is going to be more of my higher density downtown, and as you move in this direction, we'll go from higher density to lower density, more suburban, as we head towards oil. School should be in session. So we'll see. I have 2 clinics. I think at some point I'm going to need another clinic, probably in this area. I find that a lot of times one fire department, maybe 2 fire departments, is sufficient, and a lot of times 1 or 2 police stations, because as I said, the education is going to make a big difference. Okay, so while that's doing that, I want to get an idea from a pricing standpoint about oil. 37. So we can start thinking about drilling for oil. See how close I can get to 200,000, and then I'll start going for oil. What's going on with fire? I think fire's okay. Yeah, look at that. So it's not noon. School's in session until 3. 500 students there. Almost 200, so I'm close to 700 students. A little over 700. Perfect example of, so let's go slower. Garbage truck. Garbage truck is going from house to house, so nobody goes past the garbage truck. So you see that? Now those are all moving trucks, but still. So if you had started your city by building onto the main road, houses, shops, then you can see how just getting into the city is problematic. Now that the garbage truck makes his turn, traffic starts moving a little bit quicker. So they do not go around. So a garbage truck, fire, can really slow traffic down. It's climbing. We may get to 800 students today. Yep, there it is. Community college. Excellent. So it doesn't take long. So let's go over that again. So if you're trying to be realistic, yes, you would do grade school, you would do a high school. Notice that I couldn't even do a high school yet. I would need the Department of Education in the region. But the game does not seem to care about the age, just as long as there's a place to go to school. So once I get to the point where I can use a community college, that's all I use is a community college. And let's go over again why education is so important. Educated houses consume less power and water. Educated Sims are less likely to start fires. Educated houses create fewer criminals. Sims in educated buildings get sick less often. So that, I don't know, I guess they meant that for it to be that powerful, but education is incredibly powerful when you think about how. So electricity, I'm not going to need as much electricity. And I'll show you at some point the houses, once the people get educated, you'll see solar panels on top of the houses. They're not going to drink as much water. Sewage, they're not going to create the same amount of garbage. They're not going to accidentally start fires. They're not going to get as sick. And they're not going to create criminals leading to crime. I don't think it matters, but I like to tear down. It doesn't matter, but I still wait until after school is out. I just don't want to cause any issues. You know, if I delete a school that has 600 students and delete that school with 230, I don't think it makes a difference, but it's probably just me being me. Okay. Okay. Now, people are going to drive to college. So one of the things that I do try to do, yes, I do like to put a college close to my industry. That way I can raise the technology level of the industry. But I like to do my schools in the in the other direction. So as people are trying to drive to work this way, I can get a flow of traffic that way. So now let's take a look. So education, $2,340 for education. That's what I'm paying. And I have the capacity 550, 950. Got some houses we need to tear down. Let's see what's going on. And this is normal. You kind of go through phases. Okay. All right. So they need places to ship freight, building fire. Building fire. Building fire. So we need to work on that. So let's do this. Let's write about see if it fits. Let's do this. Let's do one more. Wait, where's my oil? Okay, yeah, we're in good shape. going to lose a factory. Just a little bit. Okay. And I'm not going to build any factories right now, but let's just, it'll be ready if need be. Let's put that there. Let's take a look one more time at my oil. Yeah, I'm okay. That there. Right. So my road is there. Now let's go here. Education. Community college. Now the thing about a community college is people will take, they will drive there, but they will also take buses. So it's really important to put a bus stop right in front of the community college. And a community college has the capacity for 500 students, but it has classes at 6, 9, 12, and 3. So it's going to do multiple sessions of school. And then let's go back over here. College. Let's let our money build back up a little bit. So now, for education, I'm spending a lot less for the same effect. So 6, 9, 12, and 3 each time I can take in a bunch of students, and I can add on a wing for not a lot of additional money. Did I put a bus stop? Yep, bus stop. I know I did a bus stop. Just want to make sure. Yep, bus stop. All right, so we've used up some money. Let's let that build back up. I've got it going a little bit fast, which is good. But while we're doing that, let's get ready for oil. So maybe right there. I'm gonna upgrade this. I don't want to use a really expensive road just yet until I have. Oops, let's go on a straight line. Straight line. Okay. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Now, let's talk about so now for oil, you extract the oil, it'll go to depots, and then trucks will come from outside of the city, pick up the oil, and we'll get revenue from that. So once again, I do not want traffic issues. So one of the things that I do is I'm going to create a road specifically for oil for this industry. And I think I'm going to come from there. Yep, let's do that. And then we'll upgrade it. And we're going to elevate it. And that, once again, that's M on your keyboard. Okay. Let's go there. Right. Let's curve it. Actually, I need additional space. Let's go. Let's go straight line. And then we'll upgrade everything. Let's just go ahead and do this. All right, now that I've got what I want, now we can right. So once again, as you can see, traffic for my industry, well, not industry, traffic for my specialization has its own road. So the only traffic that's going to need to use that road is traffic specific for the specialization. So let's see here. So I want curve road here. Straight line. So its own little environment. So delivery trucks from the region, highway, roundabout, onto the road. They don't have to worry about, sure, yes, they can still hit traffic, but they don't have to deal with the traffic of the city. Let's go ahead and right about I'm gonna do 2 of them. Yep, that's good. And assign. Okay. And this area is going to be, I'm just kind of laying the groundwork for some other things that I'm going to do. Okay, let's I just want to get an idea. I'm not going to actually place it, but I just want to. So right about there. Actually, it's going to be more like that. Okay. I may. Let's do this. I'm trying to figure out how big. Let's do that. All right. All right. We are working. We are drilling for oil. So now I need this. Oops, it's already got. I wasn't quick enough. That's okay. So now we take oil storage. 1 and 2. So now the oil that gets pumped from here is going to go to here because I've designated it. And then manage. And I'm going to export. Perfect. So when that fills up, and then what I'll do is, oh wait, is that empty? Yeah, let's do that. They were too quick for me. Oh, it says there's freight. It'll be okay. Guess I could have left it. Yeah, oh well. Oh well. So once again, let's export. And when that fills up, stick that up here. It's easy to blow the money, easy to blow your money. So let's do, each one of these is $10,000 each time. 1, 2. And we'll keep, as we get revenue in, we'll keep adding on to that. We'll fill that up, and then I'll build another oil well right next to it. And then of course you can see your progress by clicking on oil. There's that, and you can also click on trade. Excellent. All right. Always fascinates me just to watch it go from, you know, if you think about it, just an empty plot of land Start out with the dirt road. And now you've got yourself a simulated city. Let's go back. Don't want to neglect anything. Okay, that's a good sign. Only one. I use that as an indicator of what's going on. It looks like it's okay. Nothing's on fire. How's school today? It's on 174. 212. So almost all students enrolled, 819 of 850 students. So when you see that, you can click on education and look for purple. And sometimes what you need to do is you'll need to put a bus stop, not a bus stop, but mass transportation, a bus shuttle depot. Well, I don't see any purple, so they must be in school or on their way to school. Okay. Well, I think we sold some oil. I wanted to crude oil in. Did I accidentally click import? Did I do export? I did export. So that must have been a delivery to here. Let's look at it again. Up. Yeah, I sold some oil. So I brought in some oil from my power plant. Can we see the truck? No, it's already gone. So I really want to make sure that to show how that operates. But nevertheless, we made some money. So to really get this where it needs to be, I need to make sure that I've maxed out. I've got 4 and I can put down 6 more, but like I said, I just have to, because you can forget what you're doing, and next thing you know, you've blown your money. Okay, now I've got a lot of oil here, so let's do this. Bring that here. There. Excellent. Then we'll do another. And then this area is going to be for electronics to really maximize. Okay, that's getting full. I know when I click away from it. Okay, there's a delivery about to happen. Looks like. Okay. Then he goes here. All right. And then a delivery truck should show up from outside of the area. There it is. See it? And watch how easily there, there, and there. So when you're not impeding that progress, excellent. And we just made our second export. Excellent. Let's upgrade. We need to grow. The city needs to grow. So we're going to go from single family homes. That's already high. Medium. What's that? Okay. Very good. Sun's about to come up. But this is, for me, critical to be able to control traffic. I can't tell you how many early cities, when I first started playing, how many early cities I would just watch them literally collapse because I hadn't figured that out. Right. Let's maximize this. Three more. So $30,000. About 1, 2, 3. Maxed out. And there's no need of going, we'll do one more oil well, and that'll be sufficient. The other thing to keep in mind is oil is not infinite, so 76-month supply of oil. So the oil will disappear eventually. We're going. Excellent. Excellent. More jobs. 92% approval rating. Nice. Excellent. All right. Time for, let's do it. Just a check. Plenty of electricity. A ton of electricity. Water. So remember, educated Sims, let's take a look and see if they've already started putting solar panels on the homes. It might be too soon. Yeah, too soon. Yeah, too soon. As they get educated, they'll start putting solar panels. City's growing. We have ourselves some apartments. Even with people moving in, the traffic still is not that bad. So we're going to be upgrading at some point. Yeah, we're going to upgrade in the next few days. And when we upgrade, we will need a Department of Finance to control our taxes. Now from this angle, I can extend residential out a bit more, and I could maybe even get, I might be able to get even another lane. Yeah, another lane, maybe to here. We'll keep growing. Excellent. Got a factory. And then if you'll look, the tech level. So this factory is a cleaner factory, and you can tell your tech level by the gears, which are right there. Yep. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 higher technology. They'll make a little less pollution, but nothing really to. Nice. We're making money. Making money. So I won't be able to, well, I won't be able to do nearly as many pumps. It's not a big deal. Sign. $288. That's right on the edge. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. There. Then we'll be exporting oil even quicker. And that's when the city really starts to. Now, the one thing that I have seen, and it's happened to me, is that your city itself is in the red from a tax standpoint, but because you're doing so good with your transactions, it doesn't. I still like to try to at least have a city that's doing well from a tax standpoint. Now it's starting to swing. What's going to happen is residential is going to become much more of the larger tax income. We're very close to an upgrade for City Hall. I was worried about this intersection, these three here, but they seem to be doing okay. Traffic is critical. Critical. All right, let's get back to, I was doing my check here. So power, water, it's just a good habit to get into. Sewage, government, garbage, fire, health, education, Have more students. That seems like that might have gone down. But now the other thing to keep in mind is when the city goes through flux, when the city starts to grow and change, things kind of get a little weird until it stabilizes. There we go. Excellent. Upgrade. Excellent. So once again, Department of Transportation, as of right now, I have transportation. So I'm good with that. I'm going to need it at some point when it comes to a better bus for providing buses to the region. I'm going to need it for trains. I'm going to need it for airports. But as of right now, it's I've got it with my local transportation. Tourism is good. That's going to take place in a different city. One of my cities may be a gambling city. Department of Safety. Now, keep in mind, do I need a large hospital? Do I need a large fire station? Do I need a large police precinct? If my educated Sims are not getting sick, they're not starting fires, and they're not committing the crimes. So I will do a Department of Safety, but it will more than likely be towards the end. Of course, finance, education. I already have my community colleges. So once again, education is going to be for a situation where I need a university. So let's see here. Let's do let's do that. Nice. Now I have much greater tax control. So once I have this, I will set this, and it's rare that I ever change it again. So 12%, 11, oops, and 10. So now a little bit about the taxes. So it is possible to set the taxes so incredibly low that people will come into your city. It's possible to set the taxes so incredibly high that you will affect them negatively. This tax rate, 10% high wealth, 11% medium wealth, and 12% low wealth, has neither a negative or positive effect. So that's why I like to stick it. So this is getting the maximum amount of money without causing any negative or positive emotions. And according to that, at the end of we're going to be making nice money shortly. So that's, and this advisor simply just says we're profitable, and as you can see, we're selling crude oil big time. All right. So once again, and it may not be in this city, maybe in a different city. Um, Really, the Department of Transportation will be next, and that's if we do it in this city. Typically, the first city will have two, three, maybe even four different modules. And also, when you have a module here, it affects the entire region. So there will be no need to create any modules elsewhere. So the modules here have a carryover effect for the rest of the region. And then, like I said, one of the things that I want to do is, so this city, by earning money, so now I can send fire truck, garbage trucks. I can send fire. I can send health, police. I can send money to a new city. So that city gets a bit of a boost. So while I'm creating or building a new city, they're getting some assistance from this city, not just financial, but from a services. So now let's max this out. It's so easy just to blow hours playing this game. It's so easy just to look up and to realize that you've been playing for, let's see, let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm not gonna max. I mean, I could. Why not? Let's get one there. There. And that takes care of oil. So that's a specialization. So the key with a specialization is don't rush. Make sure that you've got an actual city. Your infrastructure is set. Your city itself is healthy. Um, I, I have tried to rush it, and it just causes problems. So don't rush it. And then the other thing is, and you don't have to, but I like to make it so that, as you can see, the only traffic heading here is traffic that is geared towards this industry. Maybe I might put a clinic, but you notice I don't have bus stops. Maybe I could put a bus stop. Now, garbage is going to go there, garbage trucks, but because this now, it's important to keep this in mind. If I were to link the road to this road, remember they're looking for the shortest path. So if I had houses right here, the people that live in these houses, in order to get out of the city, might think, okay, let's take this road and get out of the city. So that's, oops, what did I do? It's okay. So that's why I do its own, and it just makes it look more like a real city. Let's see, I haven't checked that in a while. So 280 available jobs, a lot of middle wealth. So let's do two things. First of all, and I know this is definitely ready to upgrade. Okay. So one thing we want to do is we want to create more jobs on this end. But the other thing that I want to do is, because as you saw, I have a lot of middle wealth job opportunities. So let's start to change the complexity of the city. And you have to be careful about this because you don't want to swing it so something's going to have to. So instead of a park, well, I might do a park, but I also want to do something that's going to have some benefit. So let's do this right about. I hate building on top of I know these aren't real people, but I hate it. Let's do... Let's change the wealth, and let's make it stuff that really is going to benefit us. You get an idea of what I want to do. There's nothing here, and that way I'm not destroying. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm only going to mess up one building. Okay, so let's do... Let's do a college. You can never have enough of those. That. Sign. And it's just a habit. That way I don't forget. I immediately, when I build one of these, put down a bus stop. Let's see, it's awfully close for another clinic. Let's see here. It's going to have to happen. Let's just keep hitting that same house. So let's do... Let's just kind of make this spot. So let's look at a park. I can't do my... And that's another thing about a Department of Tourism. There are some really nice parks, but that's okay. Let's do a medium park. Because it's a medium park, let's go park. Everybody's happy. And while that person is building a house, I'm sorry, but let's do... Ooh, takes up more space than I thought. Wait a minute. Let's see. I want to make sure. I think I can put a on the side. Let me just get an idea of what side I can put it on. I know I can. So on the left side, because I know I'm going to want to upgrade at some point potentially. So health. So on the side, other than the parking lot, yep, there we go. Slightly smaller house on either side, but that's okay. Let's put a sign. It's going to be needed. It's definitely going to be needed. And now that's going to change. So now all of this was lower wealth. Now it's going to upgrade. And once again, you just want to be a little careful. You don't want to swing it too Okay. And because the wealth, so what happens is I was at here, dropped, but it'll bounce back up. Because if they can't live in these while they're being built, that affects the population. So once they get built, and I think it might be time to, I might upgrade another road. So it's going to be gradual. So eventually this is going to be high density and slowly work its way to lower density. I've got factories being built, larger factories. So that's going to up my available jobs. So that's good. We'll keep an eye on it. I am selling oil big time, but at this point it's probably telling me, yep, processor factory. So we are going to, and that's really going to change our financial fortunes, because crude oil, each shipment out is $9,000, where processors, don't think it says, a processor is, I believe, $100,000. Let's see, how much is it? 160. So let's wait a while. How am I educated? Everybody's enrolled. So yeah, don't panic when you are at a certain population level. You upgrade and all of a sudden your population drops. That's not you. What that is your city is now changing, but with denser buildings. So you see this whole, good section of this street is being built. It's vacant, so nobody's moved in yet. So the population will drop, and then the population will bounce back up again. And then what happens is you'll get to a certain point where that won't happen as much, or as drastic. It won't be as drastic as of a drop. We're looking good. I think I want to, so I just want to see how much space this takes up. I may not need it. So, oh, okay. So I've got plenty of space, because I do want to put over here. Let's put another. Oh, it doesn't fit. Nope. I guess I could put it over here. I need the sun to come up so I can see a little bit better. But the city looks good. So much fun. It's a relaxing kind of fun. I do love games where I can get out and run around and shoot, but that and those tend to be real quick. You know, a game like Fortnite, 20 minutes worth of running around shooting, you may not even survive that long. Here's something being built. Yep. The buses make a big difference. Not as much traffic on the road. 54-minute wait. So we don't want people to have to wait that long for buses. So let's add more buses. I like a 30-minute. If you think about real life, I like a 30-minute or lower wait. So waiting an hour for a bus is a bit high. What's going on? Why is that yellow? Storage full. Let's add one more of these. I think that's what it was trying to tell me, that if that's the case, that's a good problem to have. We've got so much to export. So here come the one is leaving and one is coming to pick up more oil. Excellent. And each one of those is $9,000. So there he goes, and here comes one. And you notice, see how easy the traffic. Excellent. And that one's coming to there. So just there, $18,000. Okay, what's here? That's yellow. What's going on? Fire service is slow, so let's take care of that. So this fire department, and I think what's happening is this fire department is kind of getting caught in just a little bit of traffic there, and may not be enough fire trucks. Wow. Oh, once again. So you see how the fire trucks are holding up traffic. One more example of if that was happening on your main road end, nothing can get in. So let's take care of that. Oh, here we go. Fire department. This and one of these. So we just doubled our fire coverage. Interesting. No buildings burned down? I was about to say. I would have been surprised if they had successfully taken care of that. And you'll never always keep industry completely happy. And you may have that rash of, you'll look and all of a sudden you'll have a bunch of buildings that need to be, but if it happens every once in a while, it's no big deal. It's when it becomes every time you look, you need to bulldoze buildings. That's the problem. Population is bouncing back up, as I said. right, we have got a nice amount built up. It looks like the city itself is doing okay. So, let's see here. We'll keep an eye on fire. So, electronics. Let's do this. Put it right there. Now, for electronics, I need alloy and I need plastic. So I'm going to spend money to make money. So I am not producing these items. I have to bring these items in. So let's do, actually let's do this so I know exactly where everything needs to be. So let's add. And these can be expensive. This is how you can swing your tax rate out of control. So let's do 1, 2, 3. So let's do this. I don't think I can fit. You may have to make a service road. Let's see. No. Let's make a service road. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to extend my residential quite as far as I thought. Let's go here. Straight line. Is that touching? Let's deal with that. Hope that's not going to cause an issue where it wants to. Well, it may. No, it's not. Well, let's. Ah! That's okay. I'm not going to. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to let one oil well. That's not going to be. So now let's start over here and we'll work our way over. So So here, let's do this. Sign. Yeah. So I need alloy. So we'll do 1. Ooh, nice. 2. Plastic. Oh, nice. Okay. 1, 2. Try to get the maximum because the map is so small. So now it's closed and I want to import plastic and import. So import, import. And then right here, I should have enough space. Nah. So I should have had moved that. That's okay. No big deal. So actually, let's do this. So here, and then move here. This. Now I want to get rid of that. I don't want delivery trucks from the industry coming. I don't want that type of traffic. But I do want to sell processors. So processor and processor. And yes, 100,000 export. Okay. And wow, did they already get, wait a minute. He already got shipment. I guess I didn't see that happen, but they've already gotten a shipment of alloy, plastic, and they're already building processors. So I didn't see. So now the thing is, and it'll look a little scary because you're bringing in, but you're not sending anything out yet. So what I like to do is because I don't want to keep spending. So use locally. Use locally. So what I have will be used locally, but I won't keep bringing in a bunch of, because I've got a lot of alloy and plastic. Well, if I had known, because my original thought was to put a trade depot, I would have had this down there so I could fit another. I still can, but Or I could do it here, but I kind of want to leave. I want a bit of a buffer. And I think I am going to want some more residential. We'll see. We shall see. Uh-oh. What's going on? Nothing. It's okay. The higher the education level, the faster your workers will work. But the city is making money from taxable income as well as from. Oh, I did sell some processors. Dang. So my first sale of oil I missed, and my first sale of processors I missed. We won't miss this one. So look there. So there's processors right there. And we should see, oh, here comes a truck. Processor truck. There. And there. And we just made, so that's our second sale. Nice. So now we're selling processors as well as oil. And then what we can do is now import. So if you ever feel a little nervous about it, just shut it down for a while. But now we just made over $200,000 with those two exports. All right, you know me. Power, water, sewage, a lot of green, trash. Okay, it is 11 a.m. and that's not bad. But that's a good indication that we need. Oops, let's do over this here. Let's add another garbage truck. Fire. That extra fire station helped. Medical. People in this factory. How are we doing here? That's okay. Okay. Crime. Is anybody in the jail? Nobody in jail. So remember from, was it the first episode or this one? But remember I put that down and I said we can always, so let's turn it off. Let's not destroy it, but let's just turn it off. And that's $300 an hour that we don't have to spend. School. He is always going to complain about low skill. I don't know exactly what to do about that. All I worry about is trying to make sure I have enough students in class. So 250. So this community college seems to be, but we haven't checked this one yet. This was the newest one. Yeah. So this one seems to be, and it makes sense because it's so close to such a dense area. We're going to add on. So that looks good. Let's see my tech. Okay. Transportation, back down. Nice. 30 minutes. that. All right. Approval rating, 93% approval. Excellent. And money, great. Population is rebounding, a ton of jobs. If it's going to be one way or another, I would rather have a, a ton of available jobs than unemployment. It is so hard to bounce back from that. And we may. I do wish I'd put that factory further to the left. If I had known. So let's do this, but not touch. Yeah, that'll be fine. No big deal. But not just yet, because that is. Those aren't cheap. Because that's half of what I have, I believe. Let's see. So that is 160. So sell a few more processors and we'll do another one of those. But that is. Make sure my water is still clean. I thought so. Okay. I think as we head towards evening, I think this is going to be a good time if I have. Let's see if I could do it. No. Well, maybe here. I was thinking about an overpass out to here so that people here can jump on. But where would I send it? I think the only spot. Let's just see something here. Just an experiment. And I can get underneath. Okay, well, we'll see. We might give it a shot. I mean, it's just not critical. Well, nighttime. Let's go ahead and I think what we'll do to wrap up is get another processor. Now, one trade depot, as you can see, one trade depot has plenty of materials for two factories. I mean, I've got, a surplus, and that's full. I've got an absolute surplus. So might as well, instead of I shouldn't say wasting it, but instead of it just sitting there waiting to be used, go ahead and use it. So let's do that. And I think that's going to do it. Go ahead and get it set up so that when the sun comes up and the shift, people head out for work. Do that. Assign. 1, 2, and and 4. Now the electronics headquarters is when you want to up, but in reality, once you've got a processor factory, I'm trying to remember with the consumer electronic factory, you can build televisions. So I could take that's right, I could take my processors, and instead of sending my processors out, I can put them in televisions and sell that. We'll see. Okay, nice. Population's bouncing back up. Factory is full, so I am bringing in more than enough to sustain 2 factories, and that should be enough. And as you can see, this is going to be plenty if I have to add on one more warehouse. Well, I think that is going to do it. That was a nice set of changes. When we started, we did not have multifamily buildings. If I remember correctly, we did not have multifamily buildings. We had grade schools, so we've gone from grade schools to 3 community colleges. We now have multi-family buildings. We have added to our roads. We've done an overpass, and we've now got 2 oil wells, trade depot for oil. We've got 2 processor factories, and I'll keep an eye on I don't think these really create a lot of ground pollution. Worst case scenario, I shift my water down here, but I don't see that as because as you can see, the ground is hardly not much ground pollution. The ground pollution is here. Now the air pollution, got more air pollution, but remember, my wind is in that direction, and air pollution does not affect the water that's underground, and this will tell me clean water. So the water's clean. Worst case scenario, you do have the filtration pump. A little bit more expensive, but I'd be stunned if I had to. And I think I could even... Oh yeah, so actually what we may do... So next time, let's do this. It'll give me something to do. So what we'll do is we will set another road and we will shift all of this in that direction. So that's what we'll do. All right, excellent. This went longer than I thought. I I thought I'd only play for maybe an hour or so, and I should have known I was going to do more than you just get caught up. Now, just like before, I'm saying I'm shutting everything down. Doesn't mean that I won't log back on and play again, and if I do, I'll start recording. But I'm happy with where my city is right now. So once again, I was trying to wrap up with the sun going down, but the sun's actually coming up. Where's the sun? Sun's coming up. But thank you. I appreciate you being here. Once again, I have about 10 hours of building another city without commentary. It's just me building a city with some ambient, relaxing background music. So if you'd like to look at that, feel free to take a look at that on my channel. But otherwise, I am going to go ahead and save and shut the game down. I appreciate you coming, and we will see you next time. We're going to shift. Don't really need to, but we're going to just be on the safe side. We're going to shift our water pumping station. We should really start to see, because, well, it's probably already happened. Because there are some processors there, so we may have already had a first delivery of processors from the second factory. But we'll check on that next time. We want to keep an eye on, of course, education, because it's key. At some point, houses will start to have solar panels. Oh, solar panels. Yep. So what that means is my citizens are putting solar panels on their home, which is lowering their need for electricity that I am producing. So once again, educated Sims use less water, use less electricity, fewer crimes, fewer fires, they don't get sick as much. So excellent. Well, once again, like I said, thank you so much, and we will see you next time.